Hi, I'm Stephen Grabo with the Misplaced Comedy Group, and I'm here with Melissa Holmes today to talk to you about a concern that seems to be a growing epidemic within the workplace. It's called the dress code. Here at VWA, there are certain rules and guidelines to follow during one's business day. We've been asked to give a presentation this afternoon to show you what's hot and what is not to be worn during those business hours.
Throughout this presentation, you will witness for yourself the many styles people choose to wear throughout their work environment. Or when choosing your wardrobe, you have to ask yourself if what you're wearing is really suitable for your particular field. Let's take a look.
There are certain outfits geared for different fields of employment. Whether you are in a strict professional work environment, a laborer, the food or drug industry, sporting, or the entertainment field, there are different codes and guidelines one must follow at their specific place of employment.
At VWA, we administer what is called a casual dress code. According to the Professional Business Research Lab, establishing a casual dress code is an inexpensive way to improve the morale of employees. The casual dress code is appreciated by most employees in its own right, but it also serves as a symbol of management's attitude towards meeting employees' needs.
All in all, when working in a casual environment, one needs to take into consideration what is and is not appropriate for their particular workplace. What makes you comfortable may not be so comfortable for those around you.
And when getting involved with new trends in fashion, some people tend to bring these appearances to work. However, these appearances and trends that you as an individual are trying to set may not necessarily be appropriate with what your coworkers may agree with.
Steve, I really don't think that shirt you're wearing is appropriate for what we're trying to portray here today.
What, you don't like my new Misplaced Comedy Group t-shirt?
It's just not appropriate is what I'm saying.
Oh. No.
A casual dress code does not mean employees should look sloppy. A casual dress code indicates a relaxed attitude towards the type of clothing allowed. Some employers take a broad interpretation of casual wear at the office, while others are still pretty stodgy. All that means a lot of confusion for employees in the workplace. So let's make it simple. Here are some examples of what may and may not be appropriate for the workplace. Would you wear this or this? Although you may look good in this, it may not be acceptable within an office setting. Please leave your Hoochie Mama clothes at home and remember, you work for VWA, not the Cheetahs Club. Here are some more examples of what may and may not be appropriate for your workplace. If you're walking across the open room and you notice that people are whispering, staring, and pointing towards you, you might be violating the dress code.
If your clothing bears more holes than the hills of Afghanistan, you might be violating a dress code.
If you can fit into the clothes you wore in junior high, you might be violating the dress code.
If your clothes fit like OJ's leather gloves, you might be violating a dress code.
If your email has more people asking you out on dates than work-related files, you might be violating the dress code.
If you wash your clothes with a garden hose, you might be violating that dress code.
If you borrow your teenager's clothes to go to work, you might be violating the dress code.
If you wear clothes that you wouldn't even want your grandparents to see, why wear them to work? You might be violating that dress code.
If your butt shows as many dimples as a golf ball, you might be violating the dress code.
If your clothing shows an excessive amount of skin or shows off your adult human characteristics, you might be violating that dress code.
If the crochet underwear your grandmother knitted you still fit, please don't wear it. Nobody wants to see that.
If Goodwill won't even accept the clothing that you wear, you might be violating that dress code.
If we can read the designer of your undergarments, you might be violating the dress code.
Now seriously, would you really wear that? We didn't think so. Now you might dress like this at a nightclub or even a party when you're going out to have fun. But let's face it, you're at work. Although I'm sure you wouldn't mind working next to something like this. Or even this. Odds are you're going to wind up with something like this. Or even sitting next to something like this. A shining example of why midriff shouldn't be really shown at the workplace. Hence the need for a dress code regulation. But a business casual appearance is pretty much a safe bet that no one will ever get offended. Even though you may wake up with the boss may not appreciate you sharing your evening wear with the rest of the company.
After all of the examples that you've seen here today, we hope you have a general understanding of what a casual dress code is all about. If you still have questions, please feel free to check your employee handbook, office postboards, or ask your human resource representative, if available. Well, anyway, we hope you've enjoyed Misplaced Comedy Group's interpretation of a casual dress code. We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we had fun in making it. Thanks, and we hope to see you again soon.
Yay.